Hello YouTube, I am here to do a review of the Yuil model M-03 solid handcuffs and the Yuil model M-11-1K hinged nickel handcuffs with silicone lining. These two pairs of handcuffs are both made by the same company, obviously. They both come with a set of keys, the actual product, and a silicone, whatever, humidifier remover packet thingy. Those things you're not supposed to eat. What do I think of these cuffs? Well, let's start with the solid bar. The solid bar, in theory, is an excellent piece of equipment. It has basically this what you would expect standard with any pair of handcuffs: a handcuff key, a double locking port, and then on the other side it only has a double locking port. So doing it right, thank you South Korea, they only have a keyhole on one side. Now, are they solid? Sorry, are they solid? Yes, absolutely. They are freaking solid. You're not going to break these things apart. Do they actuate properly? Well, let me get rid of the double locking here real quick. Come on. There we go. That was my fault, not the cuff's fault. So yes, every single time I have tried, every single time it works. That's how. You get the idea. Yes, it works. This little pull bar thing acts as advertised. It seems relatively sturdy, and it really does not get in the way of your grip. It's soft and it is a solid piece of equipment. Now, I'm going to have to return these. Why? Why am I returning these? Well, you will handcuff keys. If you see the double locking pin there for the key, it is longer than a standard double locking actuator key pin. Sorry. Now, why is this a problem? Well, it's a problem because this black plastic coating around here gets in the way of trying to, come on brain, trying to get it to double lock. So I put it in the thing and I try sliding it over, but it is not double locked. And the reason is because I can't reach because the little black plastic coating is in the way. So a universal handcuff key kind of works. Like, you can use it, but you cannot double lock them. And for literally all intents and purposes, that's not safe. So you can use these without a handcuff key, but or without a universal handcuff key, or if you only have a universal handcuff key, excuse me, but you cannot use them safely. So no. You are extremely close to the mark. I think it's kind of, cute or whatever that you have these special double pin handcuffs, keys things, but you're doing everything right. You got to let other people use your stuff or else nobody's going to use it. Now let's move on to their other product, their hinged silicone lining cuffs. Now these I'm going to keep, and frankly these might be my favorite. I am very, very happy with these things. So the steel itself, it's not, it says nickel plated, but it's not nickel plated like you would expect with a pair of Peerless or Smith & Wesson. It's got this kind of gray, what's the word I'm looking for, where something is like kind of hazy and not reflective. That's kind of what it is. It's not like a mirror surface like you would expect with a nickel plating. The silicone lining is interesting. It seems pretty well on there. I don't think it's gonna come off anytime soon. They certainly. I like them. I like them a lot. The funny part is the total surface area of exposure of the cuff in contact with your wrist might actually be lower because the insides of these things are actually, whoops, kind of curved inward. So you're only getting like the sharp edge of the silicone. Now obviously it flattens because it's silicone, that's what it's supposed to do. But even with less surface area touching your skin, it still feels far more friendly than just pure metal up against your skin. And I'm interested to see how this will affect after wearing them for an hour or so, or more longer term than just a few seconds or a few minutes. But for now, I like them. I like them a lot. The hinge is, I mean, all hinges on most handcuffs are pretty usable, but they all have like their own little special design. I like this. I think this is cool. The double lock works. I mean, it's really a simple piece of equipment. And yeah, this is actuated every single time as well. Every single time. So that last one didn't have enough force. So yeah, generally speaking, this company makes, well, they made my favorite pair, so that's something. And they are apparently ahead of the curve, but they're so far ahead of the curve that the general public is not able to keep up. Therefore, they're not able to support their work. It was a good idea when you made a universal key usable for your cuffs, Yuil. However, for unless I'm going to carry a very specific key for a very specific or for what doesn't have to be a very specific restraint, then no, I'm not going to use it because it's not safe. And in order to use it safely, I have to keep track of yet another thing. No, thank you. I have a thing. Let's use this thing or anything like this. There are many of them. All right. I hope this was helpful, and cheerio.